Nowhere else in Papua New Guinea, the people stand and paddle and race in the rivers and along the coastline of the seas, but except in the Gogodala Tribe in Papua New Guinea.
The name Gogo means west. West. We came from the west. And Dala meaning men. So we actually, Gokudala means a west man. Before this Papua New Guinea came up, we believe that we were the first people to come, and our ancestors' footmarks are here in Balimo. Canoe is a life to Gokudala people. When you are young, especially boys, you will learn to make canoe with your father. Your father, your grandfather will help you to make the canoe until you are ready, you can make your own canoe. If you don't know how to make canoe in Gokudala area, you will not marry. If you don't know how to make paddle, you will not marry, because our life depends mainly on canoe and paddle. That's also our main transport in Gokudala area. Our area is swampy and many small creeks that join to the main river, Army River. You want to go from village to village, you have to use the canoe. Once you don't have a canoe, you will not move around. To look for fish out in the swamp, a woman must get the canoe, her own canoe, and then go and look for the fish. To go make seagull in another part of the area, you have to use the canoe to go and get the seagull or even any food to come and help the families. Men, if they want to go hunting for crocodiles or hunting in other part of the bush, they have to use canoes if they want to go to the new parts. Most of the land that is in our area are swampy, and when we are visiting, we travel by canoes. Canoe is main transport source in our area. The canoe we came, there are two main canoes. From historically, our people paddled from the Asian side with those two canoes. Now, the festival that we have in the Canoe Festival is that our people came by canoe, had their belief on the canoe names and designs that was brought originally by our ancestors from far areas. That's why the canoe racing started when people argue about themselves or when two people fight. They will say, like, you get a canoe and we will race. That's how the canoe racing started.
this the Gogodala Canoe Festival started about 5 years ago, particularly the Canoe Festival show. But we've been having canoe races every year, particularly on very special occasions. New Year, Independence. We've been having canoe races within the villages throughout all of the Gogodala Tribe, or for the last ever since the tribe has been in existence, And the purpose of the canoe racing is basically, if there's a dispute, to solve the dispute, they go and cut canoes, and then they have a race, and whoever wins the race will win that dispute, and that dispute is solved. So that's been going on for the last, several, generations. But the Canoe Festival show, we started about 5 years ago, when me and the Minister for State and the member for Middlefly, when we took office, we decided to engage the young people, particularly, who were unemployed, not doing anything, to get them engaged in activities, that would be contributing to the community,
Canoe Festival is a very important event in our culture. That's where we collect names. Even the canoes are the ones that it represent the people out in the electorate. The names come out of the canoes. Even the land that we go for, say, go swamp or to fishing grounds, most of those things come under the canoe designs. And names come out of canoes as well. So it's very, very important for my kids to know about it for the future, because we don't want this thing to be left out, and then people will be mistaken in their own canoes and representing other canoes. And the very important thing is our grannies came up with designs by just knowing from mind. Today we see it being the colors of the canoes, and mainly the species of the whatever the representatives, like fish or bird. All these things are very, very important for our people to, at least, especially the young generations who are coming up, must know about it.
races start very, very early at 4 o'clock in the morning. Conchal will wake both men and women for preparation. Women getting the food ready, men start dressing up for the races. Each canoe have got their own designs. These designs represent the clans. The paddle that people use to paddle that canoe must have the same design on the canoe. The animals that are drawn on the canoe and carvings in front belongs to that clan. The color of the canoe, either it's red, yellow, white, or black, that they use to paint the canoe belongs to that clan. Everything that they use on the canoe must be on the clan's canoe. Both animals and plants they use are also belonging to that clan and that clan canoe. After preparation or painting themselves, the men start war cry, showing their strength in the morning before actual race starts, that they're going to go and race with another canoe. When everything is ready, they will march down with their war cry to the waterfront or where the canoes are for actual race. Every person showing their strength by shouting with the war cry will go and pull the canoes, hit the canoes, wake them up. By hitting the canoe, they are waking them up because we believe that the spirit of the canoe probably went out or still sleeping. So we go and hit the canoes and then bring that strength to the canoe itself. When the canoes are taken out to the water, the man, the front captain man, will get his paddle and go into the front of the canoe, followed by the selected group. Then the race time, they will go down to the water, then paddle up to the racing place.
Whereas we got about 40 to 50 men all standing and paddling. And the speed of the canoes that our men paddle here in the Gogodala Tribe is a speed of the 15 horsepower. So that's the speed that our canoes travel, during the race.
Second, third, fourth, fifth, plus speedy. Daar wordt ik op punt met gieren. Dat is een vitatrail.
Where? Which side? Medium.
They're taking off now.
Are taking off now.
When it comes to the end of the canoe, back, the front canoe, which came first, will order paddle up, meaning that is the end, and they won. Others will follow into second, third categories of the canoe. Then they'll come up to the shore. Usually at the shore, there are women who are dancing for their canoe. Some dance because of their clan, some because of their mother's clan, some dance because that is where they got married from. The young girls, or even some old men who stand and then sing the war cry of that canoe until everybody come. Previously, we only paddle for piece of sago grab that is wrapped by with the sago. Today, the new racings, people are racing for money, but previously, our olden time, we don't race for money. We race for enjoyment or because we will eat sago, we eat sago grabs, something like that. So they only paddle.
Initiation of Gogodala, where young men turn into manhood, and they will stand on the canoe. Later they're going to break the canoe, split it into pieces.
Part of culture, passing on a culture that young people at the moment, because the culture was dying at that stage when the introduction came into by the honorable member, and it has shown from there on. So the schools, even though it's in the curriculum, in the education, there are teachers who have been employed at the various schools to monitor the cultural part of it, but to really expose it. And I think introduction of this year's is spectacular because it really shows the initiative and and the interest of the young people, especially the paddlers. And I think for the first day of Wednesday for 2007, it was a highlight by those schools, and I believe it will grow bigger.
It's their first time, and for the students to take part, they were nervous on the starting point and nervous at the finishing line, because whatever the public has to say will criticize, because it is a very important race. A person here with the students are afraid to be criticized because they are paddling the traditional walk canoes. The students involved has already given them a proud, and they were very excited to be in the race. Some of the teachers and the students have never seen the starting point and the finishing line, only have seen the end. So it is a great experience for both students and teachers.
Encouraging to see young people, the school children involved in that, and we witnessed that this morning. And I believe that the curriculum that has been drafted by the Education Division within the reforms is certainly geared towards the